Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Real Time, where we talk about the movies we like.
And the ones we don't.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Molly.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween!
Today, we're going to be talking about two of the movies that we watch basically every year on Halloween proper, because these movies, to us, really exemplify the spirit of Halloween the best.
Oh, yeah. Like, when you're really craving that Halloween mood, these are the movies to watch.
For us, these movies are the original 1978 Halloween, written and directed by John Carpenter, and Trick or Treat, written and directed by Michael Dougherty.
Oh, yeah. These are classic Halloween movies. Whenever you think Halloween, you better be thinking of these movies, obviously.
First, we're going to talk about Halloween. Now, this was not the first slasher movie by any means. This wasn't even the first holiday-themed slasher movie. It's beat by that on that front by Black Christmas.
Yeah. I was thinking Halloween, but yeah, I forgot. There can be Christmas slashers.
Yeah, and of course, Psycho and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre predated this movie as well, which with Psycho, there's some neat little connections, which if you've seen this movie, you already know, but we're going to get into those.
All right, let's get into them.
But first, this movie stars Donald Pleasence as Dr. Sam Loomis, basically the hero of this movie, the Van Helsing, if you would, trying to stop the monster from hurting more people.
Yeah, I guess you can call him the Van Helsing type character.
Now, before Donald Pleasence was cast in this movie, another actor, some of you may know him, Peter Cushing, was approached for the role, but he had recently done a little independent movie. You may have heard of it, called Star Wars, the year prior. So his fee was a bit higher than they were able to afford.
Yeah, after being in Star Wars, I can see why Peter Cushing was a little harder to get.
Which, yeah, that would have been another great role for Peter Cushing.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see him in this movie.
Also, approached for the role was Christopher Lee, one of Peter Cushing's best friends. So that would have been interesting as well.
Yep. Yeah, I would like to see that too.
Other candidates for the role included John Belushi. That would have been weird.
Yeah, I don't really see that working out, but yeah.
Lloyd Bridges, father of Jeff Bridges. Mel Brooks. Another odd choice, but Yul Brynner. That could have been nice. David Carradine. Another good one. Some of you may know him as Bill from the Kill Bill movies. I'm showing my age there. I'm very young, I know. Kirk Douglas, Sterling Hayden, Dennis Hopper, Chris Christopherson, another good choice, Walter Matthau, Charles Napier, Peter O'Toole, and Lawrence Tierney. So lots of good choices, but I think they went with the best one.
Yeah, I didn't know like 80% of those names.
That's okay. Making her big screen debut in this movie was Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode.
Yeah.
So, most of you know Jamie Lee Curtis by now, so I don't have to run down her roles.
Yeah, I was about to say, we all know how, her career went, so don't really got to spend much time.
She recently, this past year, ended her involvement with the Halloween franchise with the end of the series-ish. Michael Myers will be back. We all know this.
Yeah, somehow he will.
But Jamie Lee Curtis, as many of you know, is the daughter of Janet Leigh, who played Marion Crane in Psycho.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Whose boyfriend in the movie's name was Sam Loomis.
Yeah, so makes sense.
Nancy Keys plays Annie, and PJ Souls plays Linda, two friends of Laurie's who are, no beating about the bush. They get absolutely butchered in this movie.
Yeah, they die.
Charles Cyphers plays Sheriff Brackett. He's Annie's father.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Gotta have a cop character in the movie, of course.
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street did it, so why not Halloween? Although Nightmare came out later.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right.
Charles Cyphers came back for Halloween Kills over 40 years later. Well, he also came back for Halloween 2, but you know what?
I don't remember his character in the movie.
He was the old guy at the old cop at the hospital.
Okay.
Kyle Richards plays Lindsay, one of the kids that Laurie is babysitting. Brian Andrews plays Tommy, another one of the kids she's babysitting. John Michael Graham plays Bob, Linda's boyfriend, which is kind of funny to think. Bob and Linda.
Bob's Burgers reference. They knew what they were doing, even though this came out way before Bob's Burgers.
Nancy Stevens plays Marion Chambers. I'm pretty sure that's her name, but Marion Stevens, I'm pretty sure. Marion Chambers. I'm going to look it up real quick.
It just said Marion's.
Okay, IMDb is just saying Marion. Whether it's Chambers or Stevens, I don't know. But, And, let's see. Robert Fallon plays Dr. Wynn, who isn't so important now, but he becomes important later on in the series. But we also don't want to talk about Curse of Michael Myers right now, so we're going to ignore that.
I've never even seen it.
Tony Moran and Will Sandon both play Michael Myers, but more well known for the role of Michael Myers in this movie was Nick Castle.
Yes.
All right, so what can one say about Halloween that a million other YouTubers hasn't already said before?
I was kind of waiting on you to tell me that.
Well, I was hoping you would have something.
Because really, I can't really think of anything that hasn't already been talked about, because this is a classic movie. Everyone knows of it. You know, everyone's seen Michael Myers before, so it's kind of hard to not know that this movie exists.
Well, this was also one of the breakout movies from John Carpenter. After this, he became a lot more well known, and later on, he was able to do a remake of one of his most favorite movies, The Thing.
Yeah. That turned out very good.
So, a lot of people know that the mask that Michael Myers wears is a William Shatner mask painted white.
Yes, I was aware of that.
But there was another couple of mask options that were considered for this movie as well. One was a killer clown mask.
Yeah, I am afraid of clowns, so that would be scary. But also, it's like, you know, killer clowns.
Bit on the nose.
Yeah, but yeah.
Other options were a Richard Nixon mask and, oddly enough, a Spock mask.
All right, interesting.
So the music in this movie was completely composed by John Carpenter. Like, he did this in about 3 days.
He did a lot. Whenever you watch the opening credits, it's all just John Carpenter.
It's basically like Tommy Wiseau for the Room, except unironically good.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why he did it himself was because during a test screening, someone said that the movie wasn't scary enough. So he decided, fine, I'll do it myself. And he gave us one of the absolute best horror movie scores of all time.
Yeah, I mean, I have that Halloween theme song on my Halloween playlist that I listen to every Halloween.
So, also, the movie takes place in Haddonfield, Illinois. It's not a real place, by the way. One of the writers, Deborah Hill, she took inspiration from her hometown of Haddonfield, New Jersey.
And then just chose Illinois?
I guess. But the movie is filmed in Pasadena, California. You could tell this because there's palm trees in the background. Like, look, I grew up in Illinois. we ain't got no palm trees there.
No, there's definitely no palm trees in Illinois.
So we got a movie filmed in California, taking place in Illinois, inspired by New Jersey. I don't know. I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
And the actual Michael Myers house is, well, it's still in Illinois. It's still in California, and it got turned into a chiropractor's office.
Interesting.
Yeah, bit. So just give me your general thoughts about the movie.
What can I say? It's a classic movie. It's classic Halloween vibes, you know. You really get into the Halloween spirit when you watch this movie, or I do at least anyways. It's a good movie.
I agree. This is definitely one of my top 5 favorite horror movies. Now, we didn't really explain the plot too much because what are you doing if you haven't seen Halloween, but you're watching our video on it? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, just go watch Halloween.
But if you want it, when Michael Myers was 6 years old, he killed his older sister, and he was sent to a mental institute. Fast forward 15 years later, and he breaks out to kill more people.
Yep.
It's pretty bare bones, but you know what? It's effective. And in the sequel, Laurie Strode was revealed to be Michael's sister. This was also put in the TV broadcast of the first movie, this one, because they needed some more. They needed some more footage for runtime, so they had a scene where they went inside Myers' his room, where he just wrote "sister" on the wall, which I guess explains everything.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, it's a little weird. So that's pretty much why I disregard that. I don't watch Halloween on TV anyways. We don't have cable.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite part about this movie?
It's kind of hard to choose. I guess just the build up to the climax whenever the friends are dying. It's not quite the end yet. He hasn't quite gone after Laurie yet. You know, he's just killing the friends.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I especially liked Bob's death, because he's just looking for beer in the kitchen, and then Michael comes out of a closet, pins him against the wall.
Yeah,
it's great. But my favorite scene. See, it's hard to really pin down what exactly is my singular favorite scene, because I love this whole movie. But I think I like the chase from when Laurie when Michael first attacks her to the very end, when Loomis shoots him off the balcony and then he disappears. Like, just that whole climax is absolutely great.
Yeah. That it is a good ending to the movie.
Everywhere you look, you think, okay, he's dead. He's back. He's dead. He's back. He's dead. It just never ends.
Yeah.
Now, the Halloween series, the continuity is all sorts of whack. Okay. There's there's the first movie, of course, and pretty much every movie except for 3 and the Rob Zombie remakes have the first one in their canon.
Makes sense.
From there, you get the Thorn trilogy, which I guess considers 2 as canon too. I guess, pretty sure they do. Then it goes to 4, 5, and 6. Then you have the H2 and Resurrections timeline, which I'm pretty sure they consider 2 canon as well. And then you have the requel timeline. I'm stealing that from Scream 5. I don't care. Where the only thing that was canon was the first movie. Nothing else. That's what just wrapped up this past year. And then you have the remake duology, which I don't care for, so I don't. It's not my thing. So you have all these different movies in this complete mess of different timelines. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I haven't seen half of them.
That's okay.
I just saw the first one and then the latest 3.
Yeah. So you don't need to worry about canon. Just enjoy what you enjoy and don't worry about what other people say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, are you ready to talk about Trick or Treat?
Yes, I am. Let's go. So, Trick or Treat was the filmmaking debut of one Michael Dougherty.
Yes. And what a debut it was.
So, Michael Dougherty he's directed 3 movies. 3 feature-length movies, and they're all bangers.
Okay, yeah. I was just trying to think of what the third one was, but yeah, I remember.
He's done Trick or Treat, which they say a sequel's coming. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
Does this movie need a sequel?
No.
I wouldn't say no, but I wouldn't say yes either, because this is an anthology movie. Any sorts of other different things can happen on another Halloween.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's not needed, but I'll take it.
He's, like I said, he's directed 3 movies. This one, Krampus, which we covered last year, and Godzilla King of the Monsters, which we're going to cover next year in a Monsterverse video. Just believe me, it's coming.
Yay.
But about a decade before he blessed our homes with Trick or Treat, he directed an animated short called Season's Greetings, which featured the same character from Trick or Treat, Sam, the little pumpkin demon child in orange pajamas and a burlap sack on his head.
Yeah, I think Sam's pretty cute. If he wasn't a little kid, obviously, I probably wouldn't. But he just toddles around and he's got a little butt flap on his little PJs. And even though he's kind of murderous, he's pretty cute.
He's the spirit of Halloween. And, Halloween needs a mascot. Christmas has Santa Claus. Valentine's Day has Cupid. Why can't Halloween have Sam?
Yeah, whenever I was a kid, I always pictured Pumpkinhead Harvey as the mascot for Halloween.
What the heck is that?
You don't know. Whatever. That's for another time. But yeah, Sam can be the mascot for Halloween.
He's perfect. He's literally made out of pumpkins and all that stuff. And he enforces the rules of Halloween pretty strictly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You definitely don't want to forget the rules of Halloween whenever Sam is around.
So, this movie stars Dylan Baker as Stephen Wilkins, a school principal who is murdering children.
Yeah. He sure is murdering children, burying their bodies in his yard.
Anna Paquin plays Lori, a new girl in a group of sisters who... We'll get to that later.
She just can't get a date.
For some reason.
Yeah, for some reason.
Brian Cox plays Mr. Creek, a crotchety old man who's got a few secrets of his own. That's the nice thing about this movie. Everyone's just having some sort of secret.
Yeah, lots of stuff to uncover.
And very good for a rewatch.
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's things you don't notice first time around, and even the second time around. I feel like every time I watch it, I notice something new. So, yeah, it's really cool.
So, we open this movie with a couple who's getting back from Halloween stuff. I'm not sure. We see them throughout the movie, but, what are they doing? They're just walking around.
Yeah, we only see them walk around and complain to each other, so...
Maybe they're on their way to and from parties.
Yeah, that might be it.
Anyways, like we said, this was an anthology movie, so jumps around in time. Think like Pulp Fiction meets A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, yeah.
So we open with this couple, and the woman, she's just nagging at her husband about leaving all the Halloween decorations up. Which, lady, why worry about all that?
Yeah, she wants to take him down on Halloween, but it's like
It's late at night.
it's
Just
late.
go to
Just
bed.
do it in the morning. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're complaining that your man's not going to help you because he's just going to sleep all day and then play video games for the rest. But like, just do it in the morning.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Then she commits the unforgivable sin of blowing out the jack-o'-lantern before the night is up.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And then she learns her lesson because Sam brutally murders her right after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She learned her lesson pretty quickly.
And I know she says that her mom's coming the next day, so she wants the place clean. But like, it was just Halloween.
Yeah, like surely, Also, it's your house, so don't listen to your mom complain.
And I mean, I know we wouldn't have this problem because one, I know you wouldn't want to take down Halloween decorations until Christmas.
Yeah.
And two, your mom would love that.
Oh yeah, I love me some Halloween decorations.
Once again, your mom's awesome.
I know it.
So yeah, Sam kills her and scatters her body parts all over the yard. It's really creative.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting.
And right before he does that, we see a couple of kids dressed as clowns, which another thing. We see all sorts of different side characters at different points in the movie. Like, they're not necessarily important to the plot, but it gives a sense of a lived-in world. Like, this is really immersive.
Yeah, it really is. Like I said, you gotta watch it a few times before you start catching everything. Yeah.
And in terms of being a Halloween movie, I think this beats Halloween.
I certainly like it more than Halloween. I don't know if you do or not, but
In terms of Halloween atmosphere and immersion, Trick or Treat, hands down. But in terms of scary movies, Halloween.
I'm a trick or treat girl myself. But yeah, it's just totally Halloween. Just it really gets you in that Halloween spirit.
There's a couple different stories. Like, there's this group of kids who's going around collecting pumpkins, and they collect this autistic girl so that they can bully her with tales of undead children who rode the short bus to school. I'm trying to say this in the most delicate way I can.
I think you could be a little bit more delicate, but yeah, some special needs kids on a bus.
Yeah,
There you go. Just
I probably
say
should
that.
have said it like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so they're trying to scare her with tales of these special needs kids. I got to write that down.
Good job. Good job.
And then when she finds out that it was all a trick, and then the real special needs kids come back to life from this quarry pit, she just leaves them there. Which, you know what? Good on you, girl.
Yeah, that main girl, or the leader of the crew.
The one dressed as the angel.
Yeah, she really deserved it.
Like, for up until they got to the special needs girl, Rhonda. She's not really special needs. She's on the spectrum.
She's just a little weird. Yeah, a little quirky.
They called her an idiot savant, which probably not the nicest thing to call her.
No.
She's suggested to be on the spectrum. They pick her up, and then all of a sudden, this main girl, who was okay up until then, starts acting so mean. Like, you went to her. Why are you being mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought, yeah, she really doesn't like her for some reason and wants to be mean to her.
Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Like, the other kids aren't necessarily the nicest kids, but I mean, they didn't really deserve to get nommed by the zombies.
No. Yeah. They didn't. I didn't think so, anyways.
Then we get to Anna Paquin and her sisters. They're all trying to find dates to go to this Halloween party. And then turns out they're all werewolves.
Yep. A bunch of werewolves.
I swear, when it comes to like actual, like twist endings in this movie, this might be my favorite, because you just go, throughout their story, you're just thinking, okay, they're going to a party, they want to help their sister get a date, it's it's kind of nice of them, but then when she brings Principal Wilkins to the party, they all turn into werewolves and start munching on guys,
munching on all their dates.
Which some of their dialogue in the Halloween store makes a bit more sense, because one of them said that she had some bad Mexican down in Florida.
Yeah.
She meant a person.
And another girl said she had her date was a woman instead, and she said it doesn't matter, they all taste the same, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At first you think they're being thoughts, just doing sex and stuff like that, but no, they're werewolves. They're eating all of these people.
Yep, they are.
Like, every time I watch this movie, I know it's coming. I just can't help but having a big old grin on my face when it does, because it's just so fun.
Yeah, it is really fun.
And throughout all these, we see Sam just hanging out.
Yeah, he's always there whenever anything Halloween-y happens.
Another story, a bit shorter one, is Principal Wilkins and his killing kids.
Yep, he kills kids. He digs a hole for them in the backyard.
He's living next to Mr. Krieg.
Yeah.
And I both hate and love his kid at the same time.
Yeah, he's a cute little kid.
He's a little turd, though.
Maybe.
Like, he's kind of annoying, but it's kind of endearing.
Yeah.
Wilkins tells him to go watch Charlie Brown. He just yells, "Charlie Brown's an asshole."
Poor Charlie Brown.
Like, you just don't expect a kid to say something like that.
No, yeah.
And he needs some help carving a jack-o'-lantern, and Wilkins is just getting all pissed off the whole time, because he's got to bury this kid. He's got this other kid that he needs to kill again. And his kid is being a little turd.
Yeah.
So he takes him down to the basement. He's got a knife in his hand, and the kid wants to help with the jack-o'-lantern, and he stabs. And the first time I saw this, I was just shocked. I was thinking, did he just kill his kid?
Yeah, me too. You're led to believe, that he killed his kid.
And I watched this movie for the first time with Alex when we were living together. He's the one who turned me on to this movie. And speaking of Alex, he and his friends, Bobby and Walter, did this movie for their podcast, Capacity to Geek. They did this movie a few years ago. Go check it out on Spotify. Just gonna shamelessly plug his stuff. He's not making new episodes, but go watch his stuff. Maybe they'll make more episodes.
Maybe.
Anyways, and he said that he loves to watch people who haven't seen this movie's reaction to that scene, because it's just so much fun. And I agree.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Because we pan up and we realize, no, he didn't stab his kid in the head. He and his kid are making a jack-o'-lantern out of this fat kid from Bad Santa's head that he just killed.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of reveals, that one's probably second to the werewolf one for me.
Yeah, it's hard for... Yeah, it is a fun one.
And for our final story, we have Mr. Krieg as he gets attacked by Sam because he's just a grumpy old man who don't like Halloween.
Yeah, he kind of had it coming, but, they fight each other and...
Eventually, he gives... Well, Sam takes a candy bar from him, so it's kind of like, all right, you're off the hook, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we find out that he was the bus driver who was paid off to kill the special needs kids, which I guess we should have set that up beforehand, but
yeah, it's okay.
But it's okay because right after Sam leaves, the zombie kids come back and they rip him up.
They get some revenge. Yep.
Which, the way I like to see it, Sam led them to him.
Yeah, probably.
Because he just came back from the quarry. So why wouldn't he?
Yeah, yeah. I like to think that Sam does kind of have a role to play in all these things and how they happen and unfold.
And we even see in the closing minutes all of these stories coming together and meeting up in some way or another.
Yeah.
We see Rhonda with her jack-o'-lantern in her wagon. We see Lori and her sisters in a car. We see Wilkins' son giving out candy.
Mm-hmm.
We just saw Mr. Krieg.
Yep.
And the first couple, we see them as we saw them in the beginning.
Yep. It kind of just loops in a circle.
It just wraps up so perfectly, and this movie's just amazing.
Yeah, I really like it. It's one of my favorite Halloween movies for sure.
Yeah. So probably no use in talking about who our favorite characters are, because it's probably going to be Sam for both of us.
Yeah, probably. Because I don't really have a favorite character. Because, yeah, it's probably Sam. I like Sam.
Yeah, like I said, he should be the new mascot for Halloween. He's perfect. What about these stories? Which of them was your favorite?
Oh, it's so hard to choose because these are all so good. I do like the story with the school bus, though. Because those kids' costumes are creepy. The zombie kids are pretty scary. I like them.
Yeah, the whole story with them and Mr. Krieg was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I might have to go with the werewolf girls though.
That's a close second for sure.
Just the buildup of not knowing what's going on and thinking one thing is happening, only for it to just turn around and bite you on the butt in the end. It's great.
Yeah, that is a good one. I do love a good werewolf story.
And it was just funny to see Sam there in the middle of their massacre, just chilling.
Yeah, he's just kind of watching all the ladies get naked and then tear off their skin and become wolves.
Which, funny enough, the kid who played Sam in this was also the same kid who was peeping on those same girls in the when they were trying on their costumes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of funny.
Yeah, it is kind of funny.
So that will do it for us this Halloween season.
Happy Halloween.
Have fun, and remember, everyone's entitled to one good scare.
Woo!